नारायण माँ वाग्यो रे ढोल, मीठा नारायण माँ वाग्यो रे ढोल. काळो थयो ने પછી કાળો થયો, કાળો થયો ને પછી કાળો થયો. એક હજ્જડ બંબાજરો કાળો થયો, એક સજ્જડ બંબાજરો કાળો થયો. વાગ્યો રે ઢોલ મારી વાગ્યો રે ઢોલ મારા મીઠા નારાયણ માં વાગ્યો રે ઢોલ. हाफी गई रहूं तो हाफी गई, अंधारन माज हाफी गई. हाफी गई रहूं तो हाफी गई, हाफी गई रे सच अंधारन मां हाफी गई. सच अंधारन मां हाफी गई, सच अंधारन मां हाफी गई. सपना जोवाने हाटो ऊंघी ज नहीं, सपना जोवाने हाटो ऊंघी ज नहीं. हवे 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 कारोटी कोरे कारोटी कोरे कारोटी को मारा और दाना गाल पर कारोटी को, और दाना गाल पर कारोटी को मारा, और दाना गाल पर कारोटी को मारा, और दाना गाल पर कारोटी को. वाग्यो रे ढोल बाई वाग्यो रे ढोल, वाग्यो रे ढोल बाई वाग्यो रे ढोल. मारा मीठा नारायण माँ वाग्यो रे ढोल, मारा मीठा नारायण माँ वाग्यो रे ढोल. कहलो थयो ने પછી कहलो થયો, कहलो થયો ને પછી कहलो થયો. એક સજ્જડ બંપાજરો કાળો થયો, એક સજ્જડ બંપાજરો કાળો થયો. એક સજ્જડ બંપાજરો કાળો થયો, એક સજ્જડ બંપાજરો કાળો થયો. એક સજ્જડ બંપાજરો કાળો થયો, એક સજ્જડ બંપાજરો કાળો થયો.
Wow. Oh, lovely.
Yes. Hello, Samim. How are you?
Hello, Darshana. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
You look
wow.
lovely today.
You're the same, dear. You're looking fabulous, gorgeous. Thank you so much coming here, Samim, today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So, friends, first of all, yes, once again, this is Darshana. I'm super fired up, excited, and welcome to Mission Global Empowerment. And
Thank you so much, Darshana. Thank you. I am really, really excited to be here. I've known you for quite a while. I remember choosing you in the pageant, and I knew you had something really, really great. I know you had such a great leadership quality, and you had something special in you, the spark in you. So I'm so happy to be in your show, Empowering Women today. So here I am.
Wish you the same, dear, and thank you so much for your kind word. So let's talk about you right now. So, friends, before going forward, first of all, thank you so much, each and everyone, for all your love, care, and support. Because like if you see, right, from within 2 months, we got 700 followers to Mission Global Empowerment, and I'm such a happy, such a blessed, and such a glad to share with you all. I got multiple comment. I got multiple feedback for all the sessions, training, whatever the guest we are inviting, whatever the sessions are happening. It's so pleasure for us, and thank you so much. And please keep blessing us same. And I love to continue to help many people and impacting the life. And thank you so much for your support, love, and care once again. So, friends, today we have wonderful, gorgeous lady. What can I say about her? Yeah, actually, I really love to share here to my story about her. When I came in the US, जब मैं US में new आई थी, and I was just, I really want to be a something, I want to be do something in the US. I don't want to sit at home as ideal. And yes, and one of the beauty pageant was in the Bay Area, and I was participant there, and Samim was judge there, and that's onwards I know the Samim. She's so down to earth lady, so beautiful, so kind heart, an amazing artist. What can I say about her? She's like model, she's actor in Beria, she's organizer, she's a fashion show runway organizer, and she's a mom of three beautiful kids. But nobody, no one say to her, she's so young and she's so talented. I think Samim, I think आप सब लोगों का प्यार है आपके लिए, और आपका जो भी आपने जिस तरीके से खुद को रखा है, इट्स लाइक क्वीन ऑफ योर हाउस. And it's really great moment for all of us. And just welcome to here, Haj. We all are very fortunate because you are here sharing your thoughts, taking the time out from your busy schedule, and came here to guide our woman. Thank you so much, Samim. And yes, it's very pleasure for us. And over to you. And yes, we love to hear from you. Please introduce yourself, Samim.
Thank you, Darshana. So, मेरा नाम समीम है. I am actually from Gujarat. I came to United States when I was 12 years old. I pretty much grew up here, and I would say pretty blessed that I got to be here at a very early age in my life. Met so many wonderful people. America is a blending pot of so many beautiful people from different cultures. So I was able to adapt to many different cultures here. And that kind of molded me to be who I am, very humble, very generous. And I love people. Americans are always givers, and they love people. And I think I've brought up in that same culture here. And I always owe it to people, here in India too. Of course, I was raised in India, but when I came here, I felt the love. I was given so much, probably more than I deserved, probably more than what I hoped for if I was in India. So I feel lucky and I'm blessed, and I do give back to my community. So I've always had a passion of doing modeling. I used to watch a lot of Indian movies, and I think my idol was Sri Devi. So I used to watch a lot of her movies and learn dancing and all that. So I have that in me, in my blood. So I've always kind of kept that going forward. And modeling was sort of a passion for me. I started at a very young age doing a bridal show walkway, and there I kind of learned the confidence of being on the stage and how to sort of present yourself. And then that sort of gave me empowerment to kind of teach that empowerment and bring that leadership quality into other women, which I feel that we lack in our community right now. So I like doing that, and it's nice when I get a lot of Facebook comments and messages of the things that I do, and I know that someone watching me on the other end is looking, saying, "Oh, wait, she's doing this. I want to do this too." So that is very gratifying for me. And yeah, here I am. So
Wow, beautiful, Samim. And very nice. Whatever you said, it's. I think you truly deserve whatever you are. I think luck always help those people, those who are believing in themselves. I think you are the one of them, Samim. Because I think we can see you are a dreamer. You have that passion to pursue. Because whenever you do, you will give your 100%.
yeah,
And absolutely, you deserve whatever you have today, and
yeah.
you belong to. सो मम्मी, मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है आपके लिए। मतलब मुझ में ये पूछना चाहूंगी कि बहुत बार ये होता है ना कि समटाइम्स द पीपल रियली वांट टू डू करियर इन द फैशन, एक्टिंग और मॉडलिंग। तो बट बहुत बार क्या होता है कि दे डिडंट गेट दैट गाइडेंस, और दे डिडंट अंडरस्टैंड वेयर दे स्टार्ट, और इज इट रियली गुड फॉर देम और नॉट. So in that terms and condition, what you want to guide our the ladies or women or those who really want to go in that field, when they should start, how they should start, what is the best things they choose first, or any school or any can you please throw light on that part, Samim?
So, you know, there's two things I believe in. One, you are born with that special skills and the qualities. It's just inside you. Other one is you can enhance yourself with by going to school. You know, you can learn things. But I always believe that no matter how much schooling you do, no matter how someone is going to teach you, it needs to come from within you. You have to have it want it so badly. It needs to come naturally. And everything that you do in life that you're good at, it starts from very, very young age. You know how they say, practice makes everything perfect. The kids who start doing something very young age, by the time in their 20s, they're expert in that. So you have to start at very young age. With me, I've always loved Indian movies. I've always loved dancing. I used to just, at home start dancing, look in the mirror, and feel all pretty. This is how we girls are, right? And then I started. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be model. I see magazines and pretty things, and I said I want to be there. So this is how I just leaped in. There's no training. There's nothing provided. You want to do something, you go at it. You don't wait for it. It'll take you somewhere in your life. And then you can advance yourself by going to schooling or whatever you want to do with that, to take it to that professional level. But at the time, you just have to just start. You have to take that first step forward. I remember I was probably about 19 years old when I did my first fashion show for a bridal show. And it was a lady who was doing a bridal show. And then I went up to her and I said, I can do this. And she said, you know what? You got that oomph, that potential, saying you want to do it. And she said, why don't you do my bridal show? So she had me do that. And I I looked at the videos of how girls walk on the shows, how they do it, and that was it. And I did the show, and it was fun. It was a blast, and it made me feel so good that I'd be able to teach other people, have that confidence, and that here I am afterwards. Yeah.
Okay, wow, wow, that's great, Samim. So, Samim, whatever you share, that's really makes add the value in our team. So, one more thing I want to ask you, Samim, here, it's very important. Sometimes, whenever yeah, sometimes we have a passion, but because of society or because of our culture, you know ladies always thinking this is right thing for me or not, should I pursue these things or not. So what do you think, what is the good thing is how you that pursue your career and maintain that fine line between your culture, your because you are coming from very strong culture, still
Yeah.
doing a proper way and you are maintaining that fine line, so
Yeah.
it will be not coming to your family or your own things and you manage very well. What can you say about that?
Well, all I can say is you have to draw a line between what you want, what your family wants, and where is it that it's going to take you at the end. you know is your family's reputation more important to you, or you're going away from them and just doing your fulfilling your dreams? For me, it was sort of both. I did went into sort of modeling, but I kept that line. I had people telling me, do you could do a bikini model or this model. I says, this is not my culture. Yes, I could have done it, yes, but um, I was raised in such a way that I had to keep my sense of belonging to myself, my self-respect for myself and my family and my tradition. So I chose not to go that way. But you have to keep your sort of dignity and charm in such a way that it doesn't hurt other people.
Yes.
And that's what I chose. I did not choose the professional route because that's what you have to do eventually. No, I was not ready for that. So I did not go that route, but it was my passion. I just wanted to go and help women. I wanted to bring that confidence in them. I see a lot of women lack that, and I felt like me doing so. And I'm so grateful with what I do because I see a lot of women now, taking that confidence and going out there, says, you know what, I can do this, I can do this, I'm gonna fly, I have wings, you know. I can do whatever I want to be. Yeah.
Wow, that's great, Samim. So, Samim, I know, like you are coming from Gujarat, and you had a love marriage, and having a three beautiful kids. So, how you managing all the stuff? Because as actor, as a model, we need to spend time with our career. Apart from that, you have a good, the job in our county education. Uh, Office and everything you are doing together, right? But how you balancing that life, how you, because sometimes people are thinking, right, we are free, but right, we don't have any servant here, or we don't have any help here.
No. Yeah. Okay. That, yeah, you know, when I hear people in India, you know, they're so, I don't know if I want to say the word happy, but they have the luxury of having, you know, people who work for them, do things for them. You know, women are much more relaxed, they're moms. Here we're doing everything here, you know. We take care of our husbands, in-laws, and your house, and we have so many relationships that we have to fill here with the kids. So no, I was not free my entire life. Yes, I got married at a young age. My husband is Hindu, I'm actually Muslim. So in that sense, I actually, you know, I had my times, you know, as a married life, like everyone do. But I kept at it. I wanted to keep that marriage going. You know, I had my children, and I was lucky enough to find like a wonderful husband who respected that I respected his family. And so, you know, all that culture, everything has to come into you to be able to have a good household. You know, you have to be good in everything. You have to give up something. So I had to give up my passions, my dreams of, you know, being a model, whatever I wanted to do, because I had kids. Yes, I did not work at that time because I wanted to stay for my kids. My kids were very important to me. I wanted to spend time with them.
Super.
So I stayed home. I was a stay-home mom for at least, I'd say, maybe a few years. And then once my daughter was a little bigger, they showed a little bit of interest of some modeling, this and that. And somehow I took them in for like a show. And that's where someone gave me the opportunity. Says, oh, well, hey, why don't you do the modeling for us? And that was it. I was back to where I actually had stopped, you know. So it's, my passion came true. So I was happy with that. Yeah.
Super, super. Hats off to you, Samim. I think no one can say, like, you are balancing all those stuff in the very great way, basically. If you see, I think two different culture, two different family with three beautiful kids, having your own career, own passion. I think it's not an easy, but still, I always saw your, the kids' pics too. Your daughter is so beautiful. Both daughters, son,
Thank
all
you.
are very great, and you are such a blessed. God blessed you,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, our good wishes with you, Samim. So, Samim, my next question to you, like see, we have multiple ladies, right now watching, and we have training session too for Indian ladies too. So, I just want to understand from you, Samim, because right, because you are also following some career or some passion in terms of entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
So I want one message for all of them. What you want to say to them, because everybody's going through right now, ups and down in this pandemic. And apart from pandemic, also some ladies have, some financial issues, some home issues, some in-laws issues. Somebody have health challenges, right?
Yeah.
Multiple things are going on. So in that, in that case, what you want to suggest to our, the ladies entrepreneur, according in terms of their business and their personal life, family life, everything.
I think everything in your life revolves around you as a person. Um, that's the basic thing that you have to remember is to be happy in your life with where you're at, and not be such a huge dreamer, you know, because when you dream too much, too far, you can't make it happen. Start where you at. If you want to go into computers or something, just take a course, you know. Don't go into studying for a big electrical engineering, career degree. Start with the one class. See if you like it. If you like it, then move on to the next one. If you want to go into modeling, start with your like a local, where you reside. There's a local designers who's selling clothes. Approach them. Hey, I'm interested in this. Can you please take me in for your next show? I can help you. And you just have to be sort of out there. You need to go out and get your contacts yourself. I know right now with Corona, it's really, really difficult. Even myself too. We are home. Kids are not going to school, and it can be very challenging. So you just have to make time for your kids. Go out, spend some time, because that's gonna make you feel good. Don't stay at home. On the weekends, take some time. Go out, wear your mask, be safe, but spend some time. You need to get some fresh air. If you stay home, people feel depressed right now. I know how women are going through right now. They can't really mingle with the family. They can't do stuff. So go out, meet whoever you can, your closest family. Still go out and be active. Talk to friends. Talk if you have kids. I mean, make them your best friends. Hang out with them. Do some fun activity with them. Cook. Do whatever you got to do to get your motivation going up. And if you keep that self active, if you sit on the TV all day watching a movie, you're going to get lazy. You're not going to get up. You're not going to want to do anything. So keep yourself up, join a gym or something. Go and get your testosterone going on,
Fantastic, Samim. I think you are such a giving, very simple way. I think what I can say again, beauty with brain. You are managing everything very simplest way. What can I say? So, our ladies might be understanding all those stuffs, because again, you are adding such a great value about your family. You perfectly said, right? We need to have the good friendship with our kids, our family. Then I think it's enough to spend time. I
Yeah.
think this COVID is, I think, more than we need to look positive sense also, right? We getting more time to spending time with each other.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
having, huge
And
access.
one thing I do want to recommend, I strongly recommend women, is when you are not working right now, everybody's working from home. You're not going out. When women are working outside, they dress up, they feel good. They go outside, dress up, all ready to go, and they meet people at work, and they're very energetic. When you're at home, you don't dress up, you sit in your PJs, so that sort of appreciation is not there for yourself. So you need to uh change. Go get some new clothes, go shopping, put something nice, dress yourself up, and make yourself feel good. When you feel good, you want to do good. And I don't think there's any better example than myself.
Oh.
When I feel good, when I dress up good, I want to do things. I want to get out, and that's exactly what every woman should be doing. You got to go shopping, treat yourself, get yourself a nice dress, get yourself some jewelry, dress up in Indian. I don't know. Just do something to get that brain going. That's what's going to help you. And right now, especially during these tough times.
Yeah. Truly amazing, Samir. I think that's a great mantra. Yeah, if you are enough capable, and at least not clothes every time, if I said, but yeah, if you like some earrings, if you like some jewelry, if you like
Yeah.
some something that change yourself, right? We can do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying break your bank balance, but I'm saying treat yourself, And if you're not a working woman or a working mom, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, it's okay. Your husband will give you go shopping, take him with you, say, hey, what do you think? I need help. Come with me shopping. Or what do you think of this? Involve him, because I think the husbands like that too at times, they like that, and they'll be willing to spend that on you because they appreciate their wives, looking good. So just take that time. Yeah.
Yes, and I think we need to celebrate small things, right? Sometimes we are working hard, whole 5 days of week. Then why we could not celebrate at least weekend?
Yeah.
Sometimes, we are having like, like suppose our kids, they did a good job or something. They did something, adding value in the life.
Yeah.
or maybe your husband too, right? Sometimes we
Yeah.
are taking granted to each other and we are say, okay, what happened? Now
Yeah.
we already passed our day. But I think never to be late. We need to start whenever we are today.
Yeah.
Because right now we are seeing, right? I mean, lot of people are coming and going in the
Yeah.
heaven, right? What they are living, what just their identity, what they, what they
Yes.
take with them, right? It's just
Yeah.
their. So I think your message is really great. We need to spend time. We need to go shopping. We need to make ourselves happy no matter what.
I think just be simple, be you, and just enjoy the life because you you're not gonna be here tomorrow. This is, you know, you're not gonna take anything with you. You know,
No,
you work hard.
I will.
You know, don't. I see a lot of people who will just they'll say, well, we're saving it for our kids, this and that, and then they forget to enjoy their own life. The parents, for me, it's like, look, the kids are going to work, they're going to make their own career, they're going to have their own life, they will know how to make money. You
Absolutely.
need to worry about yourself right now. Go and enjoy yourself. This is your moment, and this is the way I strive to be. And I live with the same philosophy, with my husband too, and we try to do as much as we can. Of course, we're not saying that we don't say we do, but at the same time we do also, yeah, we like to splurge and
I
have fun with
totally
it.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, dear. Thank you so much. Whatever you are sharing, it's truly fun. I'm truly enjoying, while speaking, while talking with you. This discussion is going to be phenomenal. Thank you so much, dear.
Thank you.
And once again, one more thing I want to ask you here, Samim. What difference you feel, like in the USA and in the India, basically, might be in terms of work condition or culture or like behavioral or school. What do you feel exactly? Because we know, right, our childhood gone in the India, but after marriage or before marriage, whenever you came here, what do you feel basically?
um to be frank with you, I came here from India when I was only 12, so I honestly don't know much about the Indian culture at this point. But I know that even after coming here, my family is, we're Muslim and we are religious. So we kept that, when my mom, we still celebrate Eid like we always do with the family. My husband's sides, we do celebrate Diwali. So sort of, I don't think there's a difference between any of the, countries. I think we're all the same. Um, it's just that we live different in India versus here. People in India think, we are so good here. We say, oh my gosh, we have to work here so much. People in India are so good. So it's just a matter of that,
You're thinking.
the logic saying, oh, the grass is greener on the other side, but it's
That's right.
not.
True.
The life is still the same. We all live the same life. So I think it's just that we just need to be more attentive to our lifestyle, our family. Our focus should be our family, and that's what life is about. Take care of yourself. Whatever you get, give back. Share your knowledge to others. I mean, that's the most, I think, gratifying thing that you can do as a human is when you can share, your love, your knowledge to someone other and make their life. You know.
True. And I totally believe these things, Samim. You really add so much value. And last but not the least, the last question for you, Samim. Actually, it's really honor to me today, invite you here. Having you here, it's really pleasure for us, Samim. But what you want to say about this platform? Because I never ever think, before that we could like, or we should, meet like that. I never thought before that. So I really want to, listen from you. What do you think about these sessions right now going on? You are expressing yourself, and I got the opportunity to take your interview.
Well,
What
I'm actually really humbled. I mean, there's so much that we want to give, but not having that platform, we're not able to express ourselves fully.
true?
So I cannot thank you enough for starting this global empowerment. Um, there's people watching me right now. I feel like I am empowered by you right now. Although I chose you when the judging came. But yes, I was empowered. I mean, I saw you and your husband. I mean, you guys were just flawless. You were phenomenal. I mean, we just knew you guys were, the winners just from the beginning. I knew it. So we get empowered by somebody always in our life. There's people who come into our life for a reason, whether it's good or bad. There's always a learning experience. So it's good not to be negative towards anyone you meet, no matter if they even show you some negativity. Remember, you're learning something good from them, and you carry forward. So for me, it's always being positive about everything. Every person you meet in your life, come across this, there's a reason for that. And you may not see it, consciously, you may not know it. Unconsciously, it's there somewhere. It's teaching you something. It's going to stay with you, and you're going to use it somewhere else. And, and whatever inspires you, you have to make that inspiration, give that out to someone else, and I see that in me. So when I make some Facebook post, when I write something, I know there's somebody there watching. That one person, that person could be sitting there at home depressed, not knowing what to do.
Absolutely.
When they see my post, they get up, they get dressed, they say, you know what, I'm going to do this. And that's what it's about. That one person make that life. This is what it is.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for your kind word, Samim here. But I'm honestly telling you, same thing, I'm thinking, see, no matter how much people looking or how much people taking these things, but at least, we could help at least one person, or we could help at least one ladies or one, a youngster. I think that should be also, it's a great achievement for us, right? बिकॉज व्हाट आई एम थिंकिंग समीम हियर कि देखो, खुद के लिए जीना, दो पैसे कमाना इज एवरीबडी डूइंग, राइट? वो तो इट्स रियली कॉमन थिंग, बट हाउ यू बिकम डिफरेंट, राइट? हाउ यू बिकम यूनिक, राइट? कुछ चीजें बोलने के लिए बहुत इजी होती है, बट वेन एवर यू आर डूइंग इन दैट वे, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. और जब तुम कुछ अच्छा करने जाते हो तो बहुत कम लोग हैं जो तुम्हें सपोर्ट करते हैं. So, but I like, right, I am always having that champion attitude, and and I think learning from the best, Samim.
You are the champion.
I always watching you, Samim, and I always learn from you too, dear.
This is why I make a post, because I know somebody's there watching and learning, and look what you have done.
When we was in that pageant, and I was performing, and you were on that judge panel, and that day I know, that she laid, I definitely, I will stole heart for that lady. And she will definitely, I don't know, but I was so confident because my effort was like that, and I literally threw you all three beautiful ladies there, and it was really great inspiration, because that time I was very new.
Yeah.
And I don't know about USA culture, USA, that modeling, and that what kind of costumes the people are wearing here, how they walk, how they talk.
Yeah,
I know my intention is pure. I'm hardworking. Whatever I will do, I will put my 100%.
Yeah.
And I will give it my best, and it's up to God.
Yeah, I do see a lot of me in you, and this is how I am. At no point, there shouldn't be any sort of ego that you're better than this person. You are never better than the other person. You just believe in yourself and you do good. That's what's going to take you far. Everybody is good. Everybody has that potential to do what they want to do. You just have to do self-belief, belief in yourself that you can do it. And if you believe that, you can reach any heights you want. Yeah, it's how far you want to take it. Yeah,
yes, absolutely, Samim, and thank you so much. You came here and sharing your great thought. Giving your time. I think it's very late night because Saturday, Sunday generally our party time or our family time sometimes. But I think hats off to you, people like you, Samim. They are supporting me a lot. I think I'm telling you, in more than India, I getting a lot of support from USA people, and I hats off to everyone. Like before you also come, lot of USA people. Teresa was came here. Then apart from that, Shalini was there. Then our singer Bhatnagar ji came here. Everybody was there. But I such a hats off all these people. They have very less time, completely changing time according to Indian time and our schedule. But thank you so much. You all are great, and you making me, feeling so blessed because you guys coming here and supporting this platform, and we love to, work together, continue forward, and we
Absolutely, always here for you.
expect that support, Samim, from you and your team to our ladies, because our ladies have very beautiful products, and definitely in some other time I love to give you all the presentation about their product, their nice art, whatever you think, you just name it, we have everything.
That's
And
very nice. I like your thought in helping people internationally, which is what we need right now. You know, women need that sort of support, and
yes.
you know, if we're not going to support each other, I don't know who will. So,
And I know you like the jewelry, you like the clothes, and we have the best jewelry seller,
yeah,
actually wholesaler. And yeah, for you, we definitely love to give you one best presentation about our jewelry, our clothes, foods. One of the seasonable time, definitely I will get back to you, Samim. But thank you so much. You came here, you
thank
spending so
you.
much time with us, and sharing your thoughts, adding so much value. I'm enough humble to salute you. Thank you so much, dear, once again.
I'm
Thank you.
grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Darshana. I know you're going to go very far, so keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
Take
Bye,
care.
everyone. It was great meeting. Thank you so much. Bye.